This is super interesting. Hakim Ziyech, Mason Mount, Reece James are not in the top 10 of Chelsea pet earners. What? Let's get into this. Welcome to the Kavkas View, bratuki. Today's video is a great one. Today's video is different. Normally it's transfer rumors, match previews, match reviews, but today's video is one where I'm informing you. It's a little bit of a list. You know, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna look at who the top 10 earners are at Chelsea, and I promise you, you're gonna not be able to guess who it is. It is mind-boggling, right? How these players are the top 10 earners. So, let's get into it without further ado. But, before we get started, help a brother out. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. England just won. Engolo. Kante. By the way, that song has been stuck in my head non-stop since France have gone out. That is vibes. France are out. England are through to the next round. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get on with the video. Great video, I'm not gonna lie. So, these results are from Sports Rec, right? They tell you literally how many players, who earns how much money. Number 10, Bakayoko. Timo Bakayoko earns £110,000 a week. This is crazy. When I saw this, I was like, what? He earns more than Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech, Reece James, and this kind of makes sense. Chelsea signed him from Monaco on a big boy deal. Chelsea had a lot of competitors for the signature, so the deal took time to get done. Hence, there was a lot of negotiations. Chelsea have secured him now and have been loaning him out religiously, left, right, and centre. So whether we've made our money back, whether we're paying 100%, he's still on our books. £110,000 a week for Timo Bakayoko. Number 9, Malang Sarr. Yes, Malang Sarr earns £120,000 a week. £120,000 a week. Why, you ask me? Well, Malang Sarr joined Chelsea as a free agent. And unless you've been living under a rock, when a free agent comes, there's no transfer fee paid. The only thing there is litigious fees, so any fees with lawyers and intermediaries, the agent fees, and the player. That is purely the only transactions that come in and out of the club. Hence, when you're a free agent, you can demand for more money, your people get paid more, and you end up getting £120,000 a week not playing for Porto. That's what he's earning at this moment in time by joining Chelsea. Madness. Absolute madness. Number 8 is Mr. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Mr. Callum Hudson-Odoi has secured the bag and earns approximately £120,000 a week. And that is very impressive at his age, and one of the reasons why he was able to secure a contract of that magnitude was the kid is ridiculously talented. Chelsea understand what kind of asset they had. Bayern Munich coming and trying to sign him so early on in his career honestly imposed that Cho had all the playing cards in his hand. He told them, look, either pay me or I leave, and earned a great professional deal. For me, when you're in that position, use it. Get paid, get that generational wealth, change your family's life. And that's exactly what he did. He's a tremendous talent. Chelsea couldn't afford to lose him in the same window they lost Eden Hazard. It's like the future and the past leaving at the same time. Nah, that's not possible. And you know what? Good on the Callum and his agents for being able to secure that. Kai Havertz is next. Kai Havertz is next at number 7, and he earns £140,000 a week. This really surprised me. I thought Kai was going to be higher up on the chain. I thought Kai's big transfer of £72 million to Chelsea was going to allow him to demand a higher wage, which only lets me know what he must have been on at Bayer Leverkusen. Kai Havertz, all of a sudden, at the age of 21, makes 140k, and it's a beautiful contract because it keeps until the age of 27, 26 at that fee, unless Chelsea renegotiate and give him a new deal, which all likelihood they will in the next 2 years. But it is important that Chelsea maintain players of Kai Havertz's stature at that level because it keeps a good structure of payment. You don't demand crazy fees and it goes out accurately. So Kai Havertz is 7th place. Number 6 is N'Golo Kante, and N'Golo Kante earns £144,000 a week. Yes, N'Golo Kante is 6th. I was surprised too. The fact that N'Golo Kante is on £144,000 is a detriment. Like, it's crazy. Like, I can't fathom that high. If someone told me 250, I was like, yeah, I believe that. 300, I believe that. The fact that he's on 144 is madness. Like, this is one of the best players in the world in his position. This guy is a true phenomenon. Like, he is going to be remembered for generations of how good he was for France, for England, like in English football, sorry, not for England, but it's just like, wow, 144,000. And yeah, it's not, people are gonna say it's not, that's a lot of money, Alex. I understand that, but not in the caliber of player that he is. Chelsea are getting a good bargain for having him on the contract. Number 5 is Cesar Azpilicueta. Cesar Azpilicueta. Can't say his name. Cesar Azpilicueta. And he earns £150,000 a week. This is very impressive. Right? He is a legend at Chelsea and he deserves every penny. I remember when he first joined Chelsea, it was reported he was on 20 grand. So the development in his contract has been immense. This player went from being a Marseille starter to a Chelsea squad player to a Chelsea starter to a Chelsea Champions League winner, Europa League winner, Premier League winner. I think it's an FA Cup winner as well. This is a top class player, and the fact that we have him in and around the squad for 150k a week is fantastic, and I love to see it. You know, it makes me respect like the way we do business, because he's great in and around the squad. He adds to the team when he plays, and he's just a future legend of the club. Like, I could see him being part of the coaching staff one day. I really can. The one and only Kepa Arrizabalaga is number 4 and gets 150k. Big man, I don't know how, but it happened. He signed a 7-year deal when he joined Chelsea, and it was phenomenal. He became one of the most expensive goalkeepers of all time. Chelsea panicked to get the deal done because Thibaut Courtois forced his way out of the club. And it's very embarrassing when you look back at it now that he's just a squad player with that kind of contract. But at the end of the day, brother, get your change, brother, get your paper, and I respect it. Like, I really do. I hope he's using that money wisely, because he ain't playing much. And it's going to be very difficult to shift him out, but he did have a very good first season for the club under Bakayoko Sarr. And he played all right in the second, in the second half of this season. He had that FA Cup blinder that went past him, which I still think to this day now, if Mendy's in goal, it gets saved. But it is what it is, and he's getting good money, so good on you, bro. Number 3, Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic earns a lot of money, people. Christian Pulisic is absolutely caking it, earning a whopping £158,000 a week. Part of the reason is because Chelsea signed a young asset at the time that was coming in to replace Eden Hazard. I know people say, no, he wasn't. Yes, he was. He was coming in as the replacement to Eden Hazard because Eden left in the summer. The deal was agreed in January, February time to bring him. That's just confirmed, right? We all know that. Stop trying to down the pressure on him. Plus, he is a marketing machine. The amounts of t-shirts he sells is ridiculous. Hence, there's a little percentage that goes to him due to the popularity, demand, and the exposure Chelsea get from having Christian Pulisic on their team. He deserves every penny. He takes us to the next level. Number 2, Timo Werner. Wow, Timo Werner. It is mad. He's on £170,000 a week. And I think he deserves that money. Considering what he achieved in Germany, and when we signed him, he could have demanded that money. We were getting a prolific goal scorer. And I still think next season he's going to be banging. I really do think next season he's going to be earning a lot of goals for us and earning that money. You need to deep it, right? When he joined, there was a release clause. When you have a player on a release clause, it means you didn't get into a bidding war. It means you never had to bid over the odds. It means there is money left over, because we would have never got Timo for 50 million if Leipzig didn't have that clause in his contract. There would have been. So the player and his agent demand more money, and Liverpool couldn't do what we do. So we just blew him out the park, and Timo took advantage. You love to see it. And the final one, and this one will blow your mind. This will absolutely blow your mind. Ben Chilwell is number 1 with 190k. Ben Chilwell, this is pure English premium tax, right? English premium is a real thing. You pay over the odds and the players demand crazy fees. And it is reported that he is getting £190,000 a week. And that blows my mind how. Because how he managed to negotiate a deal when Mason Mount, Reece James, Hakim Ziyech, Kai Havertz, N'Golo Kante, they're just nowhere near him. I don't understand how his agent managed to negotiate that, But one love, man. Ben, well done, bruv. Give your agent a raise. Like, give him an absolute raise. He's earning great money. He's on a 5-year deal with Chelsea. It is guaranteed to have him balling for future years. Like, it is phenomenal. You gotta love it. You absolutely gotta love it. Well done, Ben Chilwell. Blows my mind. I'm surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you. No Thiago Silva, no Jorginho, no Hakim Ziyech in the top 10. But hats off, man. Alright guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts, because this was interesting. This was an educational video. This is where we look into the deep and nuts and bolts of the club and see what our financial structure is like, really. Like, it's actually mind-boggling when you actually deep it and sit down. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know, do you think it's odd that this top 10 list is like made up with 2 loan players and maybe 3 potentially when Kepa leaves? But make sure you guys tune in. Peace out, I'm out.